So you guys know from my previous video, if you've watched it, video 6, video 5, I was talking about a client relationship that I built, a relationship built on trust. This client was well-to-do, living in a large Rancho Santa Fe home, and he would just write me a check, $2,000, and say, Mike, come back when this is used up. You've got your list. I don't want to be bothered repetitively with a whole bunch of invoices. Just come back when that's used up. So we had this ongoing working relationship, but then something happened. She arrived. I mean, wait a minute. There were other she's involved. He had a thing for a certain type of woman, and a few of them had come through the house, so to speak. So anyway, this female arrives, and right out of the gate, something didn't seem right to me. She had started calling herself his fiancée in conversations with contractors and vendors, and that to me just seemed like it didn't seem right. And then he was all of a sudden having to deal with her wanting to change everything that the interior decorator had designed and had put in. She's changing the whole style of the home. She's, well, let's just say she's a philanthropist and she wants to use his home for money-making benefits. Let's just put it that way. So she's having him put more money into the house and make significant changes, and him having to put stuff that he'd already purchased in storage. So I'm listening as I'm continuing my list of varied items. I'm doing so many different things at once because that's how you can get things done more fluidly. You go to Home Depot, you buy a list of items, all the materials, you can go to the job site, work on all these different things until you run out of materials and you have to go back. It's just a way of being more cost effective with your time. So she came in and she starts to interact with me. She's like, who's this guy? She's the one that's been using contractors, big dollar contractors and specialty contractors for everything in the past. I guess she's appearing to be well-to-be. But she comes to me and she says, Michael, I want you to itemize what's left on your list and break it all down, and I want you to bid each individual component separately. I said, wait a minute, I don't play that way. We have a relationship with your fiance, and he's already given me a list, and I'm going to work through that list until it's done, and then we'll go from there. I said, I don't trust you to not change the scope of the job after I so-called bid it, not to make me do more work and eventually get me working for less and less, because I've played that game before. This is not my first time at this game. So I said, no. Then I finished my list, but I had a hard time getting paid, and this had never happened. I had gone beyond the payment amount that he'd given up front, and I'd gone another 2 weeks. I'm going, wait a minute, it's not like him. I'm trying to track him down. I text him, look, I'm down the street, I'm at a client's house down the street. I'm ready to come by and pick up that check. He says, hey Mike, I'm at the beach. That doesn't matter to me. I want to know, hey, respond with, Mike, okay, I'll be home at such and such a time, come pick up your check. Well, anyway, I finally got them to sit down, write me out a check, and then I told them straight up, I said, this is the end of this relationship until things change. This is the end of the relationship. Now, a side note, before this point, this culmination, I had pulled him aside and tried to warn him. I said, look, she's a gold digger. You can't do all the things she wants you to do. I mean, she wanted him to add rooms onto his house so that she could bring in her full-grown kids. I said, no, you can't do that. This is a unique situation. You've got a hill, you've got a narrow road. If you do anything to change the size of this house, you're going to have to change the width of the road for fire egress. You're going to have to bring this whole place up to code. It's going to be prohibitively expensive. I said, don't do everything she wants to do. And understand, I'm telling you in advance, and so is your friend over here, your best friend, your lifelong best friend, telling you she's a gold digger. You got to cut bait and run. But anyway, I left. I said, I can't work here anymore. Call me back when things change. Now, there's more to the story. Tune in and stay subscribed, and maybe next week you'll get the second part of this 3-part saga. I'm Mr. Fixer, MrFixer.com, and I'll see you on the next one.